so you should have done your foam rolling. So now we're going to go into our stretching sequence. You want to use your roller. Also use a mat. That's going to help give you some cushioning on your knees as we do our stretches. So you want to start with the roller between your legs, feet out wide. You don't want your feet out too wide that you feel unstable. And you don't want your feet in too close. So find a good stance, a good distance away from shoulder width apart. You want to start by pushing your hips back, letting your torso fall forward. Your knees should bend slightly because your hips are going back. Grabbing the roller, and you want to shift your weight to your left. So as you're following me, you're going to shift to your left. So you want your weight to your heels. You want both feet to remain fully in contact with the ground. Don't come forward and don't, twist or rotate your foot. So both feet fully in contact with the ground. Your torso is in line with the roller. You're not shifting your shoulders and leaving your hips behind. Good. So we're going to hold this. All right, so I want you to turn towards your bent knee. You're going to drop your back knee down. Extend your front leg out so your toes are to the ceiling. Good. You want to straighten your front leg. Excellent. So make sure also that you shift your knee back behind your hip. So notice I'm in a semi-split stance here. And yes, it may be a little uncomfortable. We are opening up and stretching out your hamstring, stretching out your hip flexor. So from here, you want to slide your hips side to side. Try to keep your shoulders still. We're isolating your hips from your shoulders. All right, so next we're going to bend the front leg. And you want to push your hips forward. Make sure you're keeping your belly button pulled into your spine. You don't want to arch into the lower back. So keeping your core nice and strong, protecting the lower back. Your shoulders should be relaxed away from the ears. And we're getting a really good stretch through your hip flexor here. This tends to be a very tight spot for most people, so we really want to stretch that out. All right, so now I want you to grab your roller, bring it up on the side of the leg that's forward, and you're going to sit back and pull your foot up. And this is going to increase the stretch through your quads there, the fronts of your thigh. Again, keeping your belly button pulled into your spine, your core tight, so that we don't arch into the lower back. All right, you're going to release that slowly. Grab your roller, come back to center. So we're going to do that same sequence on the other side. So again, you're going to straddle the roller, make sure you're not out too wide. Pushing your hips back, let your torso fall forward, weight through the heels. Excellent. So now you're going to sit down to your right. Again, keeping both feet fully in contact with the ground. Your torso should stay in line with the roller. Use that roller for some support, as much or as little as you need it. All right, so we're going to turn towards your right knee, towards the bent knee, dropping your back knee down to the ground. Extend that front leg out straight, pull your toes to the ceiling, keep that front leg straight. Make sure your knee is back behind your hips. If you need to, shift it back a little bit. Excellent. So now, also I want you to think about keeping a straight torso. Don't let yourself round forward. Nice and tall. I want you to shift your hips side to side. And try to keep your hips forward. Try not to let them open up to the side. Good. Side to side. Excellent. So now we're going to bend that front leg. Shift your shoulders over your hips, pushing your hips forward, keeping your core tight, shoulders away from the ears. Really sinking in, feeling that stretch, that hip flexor. Excellent. So go ahead and grab your roller. Bring it up on the side of the leg that's forward. Using it as some balance and support. I want you to sit back and grab that back foot. Bring it up. Keeping your core engaged, shoulders relaxed away from your ears. We're stretching out your quad, the front of your thigh there. Remember to breathe as you stretch. All right, release. So next we're going to drop the roller across the mat in front of you. You want to bring one leg up and extend the other leg back. If you've done yoga before, this is what's called the pigeon stretch. You want to keep your hips pointed forward. Don't let them twist open towards the leg that's back. Good. If you feel, this is all about stretching out your glute here. If you feel some pressure in your knee, you want to kind of move it around. Make sure you find where you feel the stretch through your glute. And also you can pull the foot of the knee that's forward, pull those toes up towards your knee, and that should help take some pressure off of your knee. You definitely don't want to be wrenching and feeling pain in your knee when you're doing this stretch. So you want to sit up tall, shoulders down and back, puff your chest out, push your tailbone to the floor, and then we're going to lengthen out and get long. Reach through your hands, extend through your toes of the leg that's back. Good. So coming back up, tall at the top, lengthening out, getting long at the bottom. Good. All right, so we're going to switch legs on that. Again, get your hips pointed forward. Feeling the stretch through the glute of the leg that's forward. If you need to, pull your toes up towards that knee. Excellent. So sitting up nice and tall, chest open, shoulders drawn down and back. Lengthening out, get long at the bottom. Tall at the top. Long at the bottom. Stretching sequence. Next, you're going to go into your dynamic mobility.